What's good, guys? It's Ron's Rides, and I don't even know where to start in this video. Holy news. A lot to talk about. Let's go. Here's what we're talking about. Big news from Maserati and Alfa Romeo on new models, and it's looking very electrifying, shall I say, for 2020, 2021, and 2022. Now, every 5 years or so, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, FCA, holds what it's called is Capital Markets Day. It pretty much spills all the guts about future products. This one was held today, and it was actually in Italy. Okay, so the last time they held one of these was in 2014, and if that date sounds familiar, that year sounds familiar, that's when we got the Alfieri concept. So now we are fast forwarded to 2018, and we got word that the concept of the Alfieri will be produced. It is going into production. That is one big speck of news. The second big speck of news is it's going to be the plug-in hybrid all-electric EAWD, which all-wheel drive. Now, what a lot of us had speculated was that the Alfieri would be the replacement to this beautiful Maserati Gran Turismo, and this is the naturally aspirated V8 engine that has been in production since the year 2007, where now we're looking at three of them here, a 2018, a 2015, and a 2016 in silver there. But we're not exactly sure if that's the case, if it's actually going to be the replacement, because it's such a different car than the GT is currently. Now, the Alfieri will have a lightweight aluminum space frame. It will have the coupe and cabriolet, so you'll see a coupe model like this one and a cabriolet like those two there, all right? And then also is going to be, like I said, the three powertrains: hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and an all-electrical EAWD. And we're gonna have some active aero in there too, is what I've heard. Now, here is the most outstanding, mind-blowing thing to come out of the Alfieri's announcement. One, it's coming out, and we all wanted it to come out because we saw that concept model and we were just blown away. But now they're telling us 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds and the top speed of 186 miles per hour. Under 2 seconds. Under 2 seconds. Now, I keep saying this because that's gonna be one of the fastest, or quickest, shall I say, quickest cars, because it's quick. Fast is top speed, quick is the 0 to 60. One of the quickest cars in production to date. Think about that. I'm also hearing that Maserati is going to bring a mid-size utility vehicle hybrid and plug-in hybrid in a high-performance Trofeo trim. You know, you have an all-new version of the Maserati Quattroporte and Levante that's coming out. It's going to include level 2 autonomy, which we have right now for 2018, which is why we went to electric steering for Maserati. But they're talking about going to level 3. So level 3 autonomy, you're talking about passing other cars, steering around traffic. Pretty much you could just let your hands off of the wheel and let the car do its thing. We'll talk more about that in a second. But what we're looking at is about 2021, 2022, which isn't that far ahead, really. I mean, to think that we're at level 2 now and just in a couple of years we'll be at level 3 is kind of crazy for this kind of brand. You know, obviously you'd expect Tesla or any kind of electric car companies to be ahead of that curve because that's what they're based on. But for Maserati to go that way, you know, let's hope that it happens how we want it to. Maserati plans on calling this Maserati Blue, this program of electric vehicles. You would think green just because you think green for electric for a lot of stuff, but it's going to be called Maserati Blue. I would think because of the Trident, it's probably blue. Maserati, one of their prime colors is blue, so you know, maybe that's what they're going for, something different. Now, in this Maserati Blue program, you're going to see new versions of the Quattroporte and Levante that are going to be in the level 3, and they're also going to have the powertrains including hybrid and plug-in hybrid. So that might make the grills look really funny because there's no, like, for hybrid cars you really don't need the intakes and stuff like that, but you can't go anywhere in a Maserati without a Maserati grill, so they're going to make that work somehow. I know it. So now that we're kind of wrapping up Maserati news, couple of questions for you guys. What do you think about plug-in hybrid Maseratis? What do you think about the naturally aspirated engines pretty much going away? And do you think that the 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds is something that Maserati is going to be really able to accomplish and do? That is just incredible. I definitely want to know what you guys' thoughts on all this news, but now we need to leak over to Alfa Romeo. We're not done yet. Now, Tim Kuniskis, who is taking over for Sergio, has some announcements to make for Alfa Romeo today. And Tim kind of knows of me, knows my name, thanks to a certain Levante video, but we won't get on that, Tim. These I can definitely talk about today. And what we're talking about is they plan on reviving the 8C and the GTV names as high-performance hybrids. So in 2014, Alfa sales are up about 160%. And they're estimating sales about 170,000 vehicles to be sold in 2018. That's pretty good. So the future products, they're talking about pretty much strength, styling, and performance, which they've been doing quite well already. They're looking at new compact and full-size utility vehicle slots. You know, so we already have the Stelvio. They're talking about something a little bit larger, and I mean, this is perfect. One complaint that I get, and I don't want to say complaint, but a desire or want that customers come and say when they come and check out the Stelvio is, I wish it was bigger. I was looking for something a little bigger. And I don't think the Stelvio is a small vehicle, but I think it's something that, you know, if it had a little bit more room, I think I would have a little bit more, I guess, you know, customer interest on that end. So that is always a thing that I would love to see, is to make something a little larger in the Stelvio range, just so we can fill those customer needs. But the most exciting news comes from the return of the 8C Supercar and a GTV sports car. Few details really, they didn't give us much, but we know the 8C will use a carbon fiber chassis. It'll have a mid-mounted twin-turbo V6, more than 700 horsepower to be sent to all four wheels, and it's going to be on electrically driven front axle. The car should hit 62 in less than 3 seconds. Now, if you guys don't know about the Alfa 8C, it's a legend in itself. It has the same power plant as the Maserati Gran Turismo, and that car is just beautiful. So it's amazing that they're going to be bringing it back now. Obviously the twin turbo V6, everything is going electric, everything is going turbo. That's just the way of the world. So the other cars, the older cars, shall I say, will be more of a gem and a collector's item because of the fact that they are naturally aspirated. But turbo is the way to go that they're doing right now, and electric. So we're gonna go with that. Now the GTV will be a little bit more tame. It's about 600 horsepower from its hybrid powertrain. It's a 4-seater, and it will have all-wheel drive as well. Torque vectoring, 50-50 weight distribution, just kind of like the Giulia here, all right? But the Giulia being 505 horsepower, you see where there's a difference on the power. We got a brief teaser of the looks here, but you know, we're not sure exactly what it's going to look like. It kind of looks like a 2-door Giulia, you know, like a Giulia coupe, which a lot of people were kind of hoping for. So this might be what they're looking for in the GTV. So with these cars, you're going to have electrification, and you're going to have autonomy and connectivity. The 8C and GTV are going to get electrified powertrains. They're also talking about level 2 and level 3 autonomous systems. Probably ranges, I think they say with the hybrids, all electric ranges probably about 30 miles or so. But gonna be 6 plug-ins, so you know, it's definitely something that's the wave of the future, and now we get to actually get the official announcements. We've been waiting on some news. We got hit with a lot of it today. All right guys, so a lot to digest today. I wanted to break the news to you and see what you guys thought about the new GTV, the new 8C, and I say new, but the revivals, and Alfieri finally coming to life, and the electrification of the Quattroporte and Levante versions. They're going to be the plug-in hybrids and everything. It's a lot. I don't even know where to start, and I'm very overwhelmed, so I'm sure you guys are. But just comment below, what do you think about the new models? What's your favorite model that has been announced? Also, I want to know what you guys think about electric level 3 autonomous Maseratis, and what do you think about these naturally aspirated engines dying off? You know, obviously it's done very well for Alfa to have the turbos. Maserati is going to be moving pretty much in that direction. They already have the turbo Ghibli and Quattroporte and Levante, but the Gran Turismo was the last one really hanging on to that naturally aspiration. And if the Alfieri is going to be that replacement, then what? Is it going to be dead completely? We do have the Trofeo coming out in the summer for 2019, but that's also a twin turbo V8. The Ferrari V8, not a naturally aspirated. So is this it? Is the naturally aspirated engine dead? Like I said, lots to comment, guys. Let me know what you guys think. If you did enjoy the video, give me a like. We got to get this up in the rankings because we got to get everybody talking about this. And for more Maserati Alfa Romeo videos, you guys got to subscribe because we got a lot more coming to you. A lot to talk about. We'll talk to you guys in the next one. I'm going to go sit down and have a cold drink because I'm getting a headache from all this. You guys take it easy. We'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.